Today's story took place in the Kingdom of Bahrain, the first case of murder during the 1974. There were two men. One was Hassan Mahdi, aged 50, a taxi driver and had 11 children, of course married and had a stable life. The other man here was Ibrahim al-Safar, who was 36 years old. But this man here had problems in his marriages. The first marriage ended up within days, and his second marriage was to a divorced lady, and also didn't last for long. But the reason, as he said or claimed, was that he found her in a brothel. Therefore, he did get married again, but to an Indian lady from Hyderabad, named Nissa. He really liked her. He taught her Arabic, and also he opened a small grocery where she could keep herself busy. Now, he had an old garage where he kept a TV where people in the neighborhood could gather, and as it was the 70s, not everyone in their house had a TV. Anyways, Ibrahim had a job as an electronic helper or assistant. So that's how he got the TV, and that's how the people from the neighborhood gathered to watch in his house, or in his garage to be specific. Anyways, Ibrahim he had a job as an electronic helper or assistant, so that's how he got the TV. Once his neighbor Hassan, the taxi driver, approached to him and said that he wanted to buy a small piece of land which was near Ibrahim's house. He bought it for 100 dinars, and he built a small garage on this piece of land. Everything until now was normal. Ibrahim, because of his previous experience with marriage and women, was a bit cautious with his relationship with his wife, Nissa. So it was clear that she wouldn't sell anything to men. Actually, in those days, only children and women would buy from them. I mean, from ladies, it was jealousy or fear. It was not clear this man what he was thinking. He was maybe somewhat possessive, I would say, because of his past experiences. Once he was leaving for somewhere, Hassan here, his neighbor, was washing his car, so he could see his legs as the man lifted part of his dress so it couldn't get wet. Here he was skeptical and thought if his wife would see this, that would be wrong. The man here was not, wouldn't say he was somewhat not wearing properly, but he was washing his car and it was his area, so this was none of Ibrahim's worry, but it was again somewhat of a feeling of jealousy or fear. So what Ibrahim did, he went to Hassan and said that, can you just cover yourself? You're wearing very inappropriately, and that's disrespectful. But Hassan said that it's my garage and I have a whole right to wash my car, don't I? Here, this was the start of the fights between Hassan and Ibrahim. Hassan was older but tall and huge, and Ibrahim was 36, but he was short and thin, so it was impossible to get into physical violence, I would say. Therefore, he was holding a grudge against him. He thought he could do better, but instead he was just thinking of doing something he could do without getting physical. Ibrahim husband of Nissa, started disturbing Hassan in his own way. He used to throw dirt, pile up, I would say, trash near his space, near his house, near his garage, wherever he could, and he tried to get him crazy. Hassan kept on. He was calm, I would say, and he was ignoring him. Once they did get into a verbal fight or argument, here Ibrahim threatened he would not leave him alone. The next day, when Hassan got up in the morning, he saw that Ibrahim drew a scorpion, a huge one, outside. on his door and wrote that understand that a scorpion's sting is poisonous but silent. That means that the scorpion would silently sting him. Hassan knew that this was clearly a threatening, but he kept on ignoring. Sometimes we do ignore people thinking that it could be a childish behavior, but somewhat we have to be serious about things which are specially done by adults. Ibrahim went to Adnan Sayed that he had left several equipments and tools because they were working. I mean, him and his colleague Ahmed used to work at this person's house. It could be electric network connections or whatever. So he had his equipments, which were actually from his job: wires, gloves, tools. Now he started working on a new project of electric wiring, connecting cables to the main power of the house. No one knew what he was up to. His neighbor, Hassan, was paying attention that all of a sudden Ibrahim, who was busy throwing stuff and disturbing him, is doing something suspicious, I would say. And because Hassan had been threatened twice, he was afraid. He got in contact with his brother when he was somewhere in the market. And here he had a talk with him and he said that there is a guy who has threatened me twice and I'm a bit scared that he would do something to hurt me or my family members. But his brother assured him that he cannot do anything. I mean, it's just words. You don't have to worry. As I said, the brother here said that you have to clear any doubt. There's nothing wrong and he'll not harm you. He got home and the situation in his surrounding was quite quiet and calm. Something he saw he was not used to. Right now he was used to someone disturbing him. He parked his car and got home and had dinner with his children. The next day, on the 6th of April, 1974, it was Saturday, he woke up and was about to go to work as usual. When he was about to approach his car, he did see earthen berms. It was not blocked, it was like a passage. He had to go through it to get to his car or to his garage. And he was surprised that who has done this. As soon as he entered the earthen berm, he saw Ibrahim running towards him, holding the electric wires, the wires he was holding somehow with gloves or whatever, and he thought that he wanted to suffocate him. So he caught the wires, the network wires, with his hands. But as soon as he caught him, he got shocked by the wires and fell on the ground. Not only that, when he fell on the ground, Ibrahim here started to struck him again until he could see smoke and body liquids evaporating out of his body, and it smelled like fire. He pulled his body and took it home. And of course, his wife, Harunissa, was in one of the other rooms which he had locked. He took the body and buried it in one of the areas of the house. And because it was early in the morning, later people started leaving. And here, Ibrahim caused a bruise on his head by himself and went on the street screaming, "I will show you, Hassan, for attacking me." He wanted to make a scene out of it, showing that Hassan was the first one to attack. Here people knew that Hassan was tall and Ibrahim was quite thin, short and thin, so this could have happened. He straight away went to the police station to complain, and the police said that they would summon him for questioning. He got back home, opened his garage as usual. The TV was there, people had gathered, and it was as if nothing happened. Hassan was missing. His children, that is Hassan's children, noticed that the car, Hassan's taxi, was parked in the garage. The police summoned him and he still didn't get back. Therefore, they started searching. They went to the police station to report him missing, and there they knew that the police already wanted him. And they explained that there were differences and fights between the father himself and the suspect, who was Ibrahim now. And he could be the reason of their father's disappearance. They registered the report. They got an officer, and he was now responsible for the case. He went to Ibrahim's house, and Ibrahim left. He went to his brother's house with his wife, and that was weird. That why would he leave all of a sudden? Now, this officer here, instead of entering his brother's house or knocking at the door, that is, he waited until dawn. He was outside waiting for him to leave by himself. When Ibrahim came out of the house, the officer here took him and said, "I want to search your house before taking you to the police station." That was weird, but the police had an idea of what he was doing. Now, he asked him to open the door so that he could search. He started searching, but the only thing he found was a dress with blood stains. And upon inquiring, he said that these clothes were his clothes, and these were the clothes filled with blood when Hassan attacked him. This police here took the clothes and Ibrahim to the police station. They started questioning and, of course, interrogating, and they found out that he was the one who did it. They started questioning him and interrogating until he confessed that he was the one who has murdered him. But he said that I threw the body in the sea and the wires too. Now the security men informed the policemen, and the helicopters were all around searching the sea. They started searching the sea and to find the body for 3 days now, and they found electric wires, but they did not find the body. Again, they went on interrogating that where is the body? Here he confessed that he has buried the body in his own house. They found the body and it was taken to the forensic department. Now the question was, why did he kill him? Ibrahim said that Hassan harassed his wife. And upon listening, they brought Ibrahim's wife to, of course, question her. And she said, yes, he did. And he also said that he wanted to marry me, but of course, upon questioning again and again, she confessed that she was actually lying to save her husband. He was a bit crazy and he was abusive, even with her. Ibrahim still wanted to kind of defend himself by saying that I was planning to keep wires or attach wires to actually keep the burglars and thieves away. And this could have saved his life as he was scared because he was defending himself. But his colleague Ahmed said that Ibrahim is a liar. He had taken equipment on Thursday and the crime took place on Saturday. So it was clear that he was not aiming to protect himself or his house from burglars. And he meant to do so. The verdict was done and he was sentenced to death. But here his lawyer, she said that Ibrahim had a psychological problem, like he was mentally ill, something which could save his life, to actually show that this person did suffer, and the reason he killed was either he thought his wife was disloyal or he thought that this man was disloyal. And that's it. Thank you for listening.